Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine? A feeling that you're being watched even when you're completely alone? What if that feeling wasn't just paranoia? What if it was the beginning of a countdown? A week-long descent into a nightmare you can't wake up from? Today, we're diving deep into what might just be the most terrifying Indonesian horror film of 2025. A movie that's already generating massive buzz for its bone-chilling premise. Get ready to explore the cursed world of the last 7 days. Imagine this. You're on a trip with friends, exploring the beautiful, mystical landscapes of Indonesia. You stumble upon an old, forgotten place, something that feels ancient and sacred. Out of curiosity, or maybe a bit of foolish bravery, you and your group participate in a local ritual you don't fully understand. It seems harmless at first, just a strange custom. But then, the next day, things start to change. A whisper in an empty room. A fleeting shadow in the corner of your eye. A familiar object moved from where you left it. At first, you dismiss it. It's just your mind playing tricks on you, right? But by day 2, the denial begins to crumble. The whispers become clearer, speaking your name. The shadows take on menacing shapes. You start seeing things. Figures that are there 1 second and gone the next. Sleep offers no escape, as your dreams are filled with visions of a tormented past, of a tragedy that happened long ago. You try to tell your friends, but they're experiencing it too. The shared looks of fear, the unspoken terror that hangs in the air between you. It's suffocating. This is the horrifying reality for the characters in the last 7 days. The ritual wasn't just an old custom. It was a binding contract, a curse. And now, the clock is ticking. You have 7 days. Indonesian horror has a reputation for being absolutely relentless. And the last 7 days looks to carry that torch proudly. What makes it so effective is its deep connection to authentic folklore. This isn't just a generic ghost story. The film draws from real Indonesian myths and spiritual beliefs, grounding the terror in a culture rich with supernatural lore. The spirits haunting our protagonists aren't just random monsters. They are vengeful entities with a story tied to a specific place and a specific sin. They are Kuntilanak, Pocong, and other figures that have haunted the nightmares of Indonesians for generations. This authenticity adds a layer of dread that's hard to shake, making you feel like this isn't just a movie, but a warning. The film's premise is a masterclass in building psychological tension. The 7-day countdown is a brilliant narrative device. It's a ticking time bomb that forces both the characters and the audience to constantly feel on edge. Every passing day brings a new, more intense level of paranormal activity. Day 1 is unease. Day 2 is fear. By day 3, it's sheer panic. The horror escalates methodically. The subtle disturbances give way to terrifying apparitions, and the apparitions give way to direct physical threats. You're not just watching the characters survive. You're counting down with them, feeling their hope dwindle as the final day approaches. What happens on day 7? That's the question that will keep you glued to your seat, your heart pounding in your chest. Let's talk about the protagonist. In the last 7 days, our main character isn't just a random victim. They are carrying a heavy burden of guilt from their past. A mistake, a regret, something left unsaid or undone. The curse doesn't just attack them from the outside. It preys on their inner demons. The vengeful spirits use this guilt, twisting memories and creating personalized hallucinations that blur the line between the supernatural and the psychological. Is that ghost real, or is it a manifestation of their own tormented conscience? This blend of external horror and internal conflict is what makes the story so compelling. It's a battle for survival, but it's also a battle for redemption. To break the curse, the protagonist must not only face the spirits, but also confront the darkest parts of themselves. The atmosphere in the trailer and promotional material is incredible. The cinematography emphasizes claustrophobia and isolation, even in wide-open spaces. The lush Indonesian jungles feel menacing, the traditional houses feel like tombs, and the modern cityscapes offer no escape. The sound design is a character in itself. The unsettling silence is broken by the faintest creak of a floorboard, the distant cry of a gamelan instrument played out of tune, or the chilling guttural whisper of a spirit. The filmmakers understand that what you don't see is often scarier than what you do. They use shadows, reflections, and sound to build an unbearable sense of anticipation before delivering a truly terrifying jump scare or a deeply unsettling reveal. One of the central themes of the film is the consequence of disrespecting tradition. The character's journey into terror begins with a single act of ignorance, of treating a sacred ritual as a tourist attraction. This is a powerful commentary that resonates deeply within Indonesian culture, where the line between the physical and spiritual worlds is often believed to be very thin. The film serves as a cautionary tale. Some doors are meant to remain closed, some histories are meant to be respected, and some spirits are meant to be left undisturbed. The horror they face is a direct result of their own actions, a penance for their transgression. This adds a layer of tragic inevitability to their plight. They aren't just victims of a random haunting. They are reaping what they sowed. As the days count down, the group starts to fracture. The shared terror that initially bonded them begins to tear them apart. Accusations fly. Paranoia sets in. Who can you trust when your own senses are betraying you? The curse is clever. It isolates them, turning friend against friend, exploiting their weaknesses until they are alone and vulnerable. The protagonist realizes that they can't just wait for the seventh day to arrive. They have to fight back. This is where the movie shifts from a pure survival horror into a desperate supernatural investigation. They must race against time to uncover the history of the curse. What tragic event created these vengeful spirits? What is the secret that binds them to this ritual? And most importantly, is there a way to break it before their time is up? This frantic search for answers takes them deeper into the dark folklore of the region. They consult with shamans, decipher ancient texts, and visit locations haunted by a violent past. Each clue they uncover only reveals a more disturbing truth. The curse is older and more powerful than they could have ever imagined. And the spirits are not just angry. They are seeking justice for an unspeakable wrong committed long ago. The climax of the film promises to be an epic confrontation on the seventh day, where the protagonist must use the knowledge they've gained to perform a counter-ritual or face the spirits head-on. It's a final, desperate gamble for their soul. Will they succeed in appeasing the spirits and breaking the cycle of terror, or will they become the next chapter in the curse's bloody history? The last 7 days isn't just about jump scares. It's about creating a pervasive sense of dread that stays with you long after the credits roll. It's about the fear of the unknown, the weight of guilt, and the primal instinct to survive. By blending traditional Indonesian mythology with modern suspense thriller elements, the film creates a unique horror experience that feels both culturally specific and universally terrifying. The idea that a simple mistake, a moment of disrespect, could unleash a week of escalating horror is a truly frightening concept. It makes you wonder about the unseen forces that might exist just beyond our perception. So, what can we expect when we finally get to see the last 7 days in 2025? We can expect to be scared. Deeply, truly scared. Expect masterful tension building, a suffocating atmosphere, and performances that capture the raw panic of being hunted by something you can't understand. Expect a story that is not just frightening, but also emotionally resonant, exploring themes of guilt, sacrifice, and the desperate search for redemption in the face of absolute terror. This is shaping up to be more than just a movie. It's an experience. A 7-day journey into the heart of Indonesian horror that you won't soon forget. Mark your calendars, horror fans. The last 7 days is coming, and it promises to redefine what you think of as terrifying. Just remember, when you watch it, be respectful. You never know what might be watching you back. Thanks for tuning in today as we unpacked this upcoming horror masterpiece. I, for one, cannot wait to be terrified by it. What are your thoughts? Are you brave enough to face the 7-day curse? Let me know in the comments below. And if you love all things horror, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of fear. Until next time, stay safe and maybe avoid any unfamiliar rituals.